My 2024 reflections and resolutions. I like to do these videos midway through January / towards the end of January, because I feel like at the beginning everyone's got like loads of ideas of what they want to do and like how they want to be different this year, and then a lot of those things kind of fall to the side a bit because it's hard to implement like loads of major life changes, especially when you're really busy and you're stressed about work or whatever it might be. So I think it's good to just check in a bit into January and see how you're feeling about all these things. And I have never done this before, but I'm gonna share something from my journal with you guys of my reflections and resolutions. I'm 26 years old now, and each year that passes, my understanding of life is improving and how I want to do things. So I thought I'd share my kind of January thoughts with you guys, and hopefully it might help you or give you some ideas. And my kind of resolutions are always like super attainable. I'm not like trying to change the world or change my life completely, but I think the point really is to make my life more enjoyable, and each year that passes I get better at that. So let's just dive straight into it. First of all, shout out to Moleskine. I wanted to start by reflecting on what I was good at last year, because I think it's important to like reflect on your growth and kind of appreciate the things that you improved on. I think in 2023 I actually got really good at speaking my mind. Like if something upset me in like a relationship or friendship or anything, family, I'm really good at I think I'm really good at like asserting myself and saying that something's upset me, and it doesn't always have to be in an aggressive way. And the more that you kind of get into the habit of doing that, the less of a big deal it seems. And I'm not like suggesting that anyone should be like brash or aggressive, but more like if something upsets me, I just let someone know. And I don't think I was always very good at that. And it's very self-affirming to be that way. And I think people appreciate it from you too, because people aren't mind readers. So if someone's upset you and they don't know that they've done that and you're just being weird with them, like it's not very helpful for anyone. I, a few years ago, decided I wanted to be a better listener, mainly to my friends and stuff, because I often found that I'd be like listening to people and I'd be like thinking about other stuff. My brain works at 1,000 miles an hour. I'm always thinking about stuff, and I would find that sometimes I'd be listening to my friend and I wouldn't actually be listening, and like if I had to like repeat what they'd said, I like wouldn't be able to remember it. So that's one of the things that I really wanted to improve on, and I think this year was finally the year that I managed to do that. It took me like 3 years to like properly improve on that, but it's honestly made my relationships with my friends like so much deeper, and me and my friends all come to each other for advice a lot, and I think it's because we all listen to each other so much. And I think as you get older you get a bit less self-absorbed, and that's probably why. I think this year I also improved my relationship with material things. In previous years I was buying a lot of stuff and I love those things, don't get me wrong, and I wear them or use them all the time, and I'm glad that I went through a phase of like buying way too much stuff, because I've got so much nice stuff to show for it. But I realised this year that that's not actually something that makes me happy, and to be more intentional with my purchasing has brought me so much more happiness, because I really love the things that I buy, and I love the things that I own, and I treat them with more respect because of that. I also think that 2023 was the year of spending time alone for me. I really got into this. I did 2 solo holidays. I went to Copenhagen by myself for work, and then I went to Greece for a week by myself to a very remote island. Check out my blog because I vlog both of them. I've become really secure being by myself, and I think that's improved my relationships a lot as well, and just my general self-confidence, because I have so much fun by myself that I don't know, that's just such a confidence boost, you know. And it's challenging at times, it can be scary, but once you do it, it's honestly incredible. So I would literally recommend to every single person, you don't have to go straight in going on holiday by yourself, but like going on a long walk by yourself, spending the day, or going for a meal by yourself, I think that challenges a lot of people. Basically, I'm moving into my own place this year, and I'm moving in by myself, and I'm so excited for that. I've had the like best living situation in the last few years, living with my best friends, but we're all kind of ready now to like live by ourselves and move on to other things. and I think that's going to be like an amazing experience, and to decorate a place properly by myself and have all my things wherever I want them, and I'm going to have a walk-in wardrobe, which I'm so excited for. I think that's the thing that I'm proud of last year, aside from like work stuff. Okay, so that's what I was good at last year. Now let's talk about things that I want to do this year. The first one that I'm like obsessed with at the moment is spending more time outside. It's fucking freezing in London at the moment, it's so cold. But I got into line biking, which if you don't know, if you're not like in England, I know I think they have them everywhere actually, but they're like electric bikes. Like I got into them in like November, which is so weird because I feel like you would want to get into it in the summer months. But anyway, I love cycling everywhere and being outside and taking in the fresh air, even though London doesn't have the fresh air, and just like honestly being outside is so good. So then this month I've been going outdoor swimming every Sunday with a group of girls. We go and we get like a yummy pastry after. Then the pool's like heated, but it's like kind of cold. That makes me feel like incredible, and I just really want to be outside more. I don't know what it is. And I think an important part with like resolutions and stuff, rather than forcing yourself to do something that you don't want to do, kind of listening to yourself and being like, I really like craving this thing, I'm really craving being outside, or I'm really craving going out more, I'm really craving reading or whatever it is. I think resolutions are gonna stick if you do something that you like intuitively want to do but just haven't been able to make time for. I think those are the most productive ones. So for me, I was just craving being outside more, and the swimming has been like a revelation. I'm working up to getting my hair wet, but it's just too cold at the moment. But I'm gonna get like a swimming cap, and I've already been like looking for cute Speedo swimsuits and everything. And a huge one for me, something that I haven't really spoken about that much, but like working on my relationship with food and my body, something I've struggled with a lot, and I think a lot of people watching this video will feel the same. And I don't want to get like super into it, but I'm just like bored of having like a bad relationship with that, and I kind of want to get over that. And I think for me, the way I'm going to do it is by intuitive eating, because I'm very intuitive in every other aspect of my life, but I just struggle to listen to my body on that thing. So that's something that I'm going to work on, and I shall update you guys if I have any major revelations or successes. But I just want to be like happy in my body, and to be honest, just like not really think about it that much. But I think with my job it's kind of hard because I like photograph myself every single day. Yeah, I guess that's a hard one, but something that I'm not looking to fix it this year because I don't think that's like possible, but I'm looking to really improve on that and like try and move past it a bit. Another one I'm really craving is like intentional watching. December I was really burnt out, I was working really hard. We did like 100 million drops and shoots for my brand, and I just like restarted Grey's Anatomy for literally the 5th time. And I love it. I love that show so much, but it wasn't bringing me much joy to re-watch it for the 100th time. So I've like made a list on my phone, on my notes of like, you know when someone's like, oh, I watched this last night, it's really good, I just write it down immediately. And now I have this like list of movies and series that I want to like work my way through and like sit and enjoy them and turn off my phone and really watch. And then there's this thing called Letterboxd, you've probably heard of, where you can just like it's like Goodreads or a good read, whatever it's called, and you just kind of like track what you've been watching and give it a little review. And I think that's a good way of like, I don't know, like keeping track of what you watch and like making it more intentional, because I'm a bit of a rewatcher, and I don't know, I just don't really want to do that much this year. On that subject, I want to read 10 books this year. This is definitely plausible for me. I think I probably read about 6 or 7 books a year. A book a month is maybe a bit much for me, so I settled on 10, and I'm going to record them all on a good read. Part of reading a book for me is like thinking about it afterwards, so like getting into the habit of like writing a little review for myself afterwards and like reflecting on what I liked about it or what I didn't like about it. And then a good read is good because it suggests like other ones that are similar based off of what you've enjoyed, and you can like follow your friends on there and like compare notes and all that stuff. So 10 books a year. I'm trying to like read a bit in the morning, like wake up 20 minutes earlier and read a bit then, and try and read before bed. Because of my like intentional TV watching / movie thing, if I don't have time for a full episode or a movie in an evening, I'll just do something else. I'm really into the Sudoku, but also I've just been reading instead, and really enjoying that. It is a hobby that I really enjoy and struggle to make time for, so I think that's a good one for me this year. I've been getting a lot better at this, and then I slipped up on it in December again, but like having a good work-life balance. I have a work phone and a personal phone, and this makes it a lot easier, but in December I was working evenings and weekends like consistently, and it just like drained me so much. You really need that time to switch off, and I just took 5 days off to like go to Brighton and then spend some time in London as well. I feel so refreshed for it and so energized and excited for work, so it just proved to me that I need those weekend days of absolutely no work. And if I have to film something, that's fine, but I'm not then gonna spend like 3 hours editing it. And I think it just makes for a much happier life. Even if you absolutely love your job, like I'm obsessed with my job, but I need to take breaks as well, and that's really important. Like your work is gonna be badly affected by it if you don't take breaks. And I spend time with other people. I don't like go on it because I don't have Instagram on my normal phone. I'm not on Instagram, I'm not doing any of that stuff. That was quite a hard adjustment at first. Like if I was out with a friend and she went to the loo, usually I would like scroll on my phone on Instagram until she comes back, but instead I just like sit and like look around me and whatever. And it's quite nice actually to just be more like in the moment. That's a bit of a classic one, but this might be your reminder to try and do that. And then the last one is drinking. I like haven't wanted to drink since October. I went to Melbourne and I drank then because the wine was so nice, but I'm not really a fan of abstinence when it comes to drinking or like anything like meat eating. Like for me personally, it doesn't work to be like you can't have that ever again. I don't think it has to be so black and white, and it depends on who you are, but for me that just means that I actually end up doing it less, because I say to myself I can have it whenever I want, as long as I want it. So with drinking, I just kind of decided I won't drink because everyone else is drinking, or I won't drink because it's like a typical drinking situation. I'll just drink if I actually want to drink and I want to enjoy the taste of it. And honestly, since then, apart from Melbourne, I've only had a couple of drinks and I've really enjoyed it. It means I wake up earlier in the morning on the weekends and like go swimming or meet a friend and have breakfast together, and I don't feel shit like all day. It's honestly changed the last few months for me really significantly, and I think I would recommend, if you're considering it, to just try it. And you don't even have to put on a time limit or, you know, be teetotal or anything like that. But I think my relationship to alcohol, like I really like drinking like a nice glass of wine or like a nice cocktail, but I'm not too fussed about like 3 double gin and tonics at the pub, you know. I'm kind of over that now, so I've really been enjoying that. So I just want to continue with that this year and like not put pressure on myself. So those are my main reflections and resolutions for the upcoming year. I think it's going to be a great year. It's important to focus on the little things that make you happy. Yeah, it's really important to check in with yourself, whether it be like doing journaling or talking to a friend or just sitting by yourself and thinking about stuff, which is what I do a lot. So sending you all lots of love. Comment down below your resolutions and we can talk about them. And I think like it's good to like share tips and all these things, because we're all in this together. We all ultimately just want to like be better people and enjoy our lives more. So I think this is a good way of doing that. And yeah, sending you all lots of love.